There it is. Welcome to this week's Lewd Picks. It's the October 28th. It's a countrywide holiday for us in Czech Republic. It's an interesting day here. And also, in the morning, we are going to get rid of the frickin' daylight saving time. As if daylight needs saving, man, what the hell? Arrogance. Daylight needs saving? Hell no. Anyway, I guess we're here. What's up, Sugar? So, there's not all that many news today, but there's some stuff I want to talk about, so I guess we can go straight into it. So, I guess it kind of seems like at the start of the Lewd Picks, I'm always going to talk about fighting games. That's what it seems like in the third week. And the first one here is Injustice 2 as finally the character Hellboy. Now, this is kind of cool. I did play Injustice a little bit a couple months back, but I didn't really hold my attention too much because I'm not a very big DC Comics guy. I did like Wonder Woman, and I did like Robin and Catwoman. I play with those characters the most, and did enjoy it, but it just, I didn't feel like really going in and learning it. Also, the customization of the armor wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. The armors all kind of look pretty similar. I don't want to say the same because they don't look the same, but it's just, it didn't really grab me too much. Now, the cool thing here is that Hellboy is, I don't think it's DC Comics. I think it's something else. I'm not exactly sure. Don't quote me on that. But what I want to talk about here is that I'm still waiting for any fighting game to have Judge Dredd in it. And Injustice would be the fucking perfect target for that. Because Judge Dredd has had crossover comics with DC. And namely, the best example I can think of is... Damn, I always... Oh yeah, the comic series is called Die Laughing. And it's like a crossover with Batman and Judge Dredd. And the Joker becomes immortal in Mega City 1, and it's like, it's super sick. The art direction of that comic is superb. It looks awesome, it's dark as hell, and it's great. So, I would like to see Judge Dredd in fucking Injustice. I mean, this would be cool. Yeah, seeing this trailer, they really, I think NRS could really do justice with Judge Dredd. That'd be pretty cool. Hellboy is definitely a great addition to Injustice roster. Definitely better than another MK character, if you ask me. Might as well just make another Mortal Kombat. But that's not all for Injustice 2. So, back in August, I randomly sniped that the local Czech retailer of video games showed that Injustice 2 is coming out on PC in like October. And I was like, hey, wait a minute, I never heard about this. What is this? So I sent out an email or two and asked, hey dude, what's going on here with the Injustice 2 on PC? I didn't hear about this at all. And the guy replied to me that it's a public secret that Injustice 2 is coming to PC on October. Or in October. I was like, I never heard about this. How is this a public secret? I guess he was talking like from publisher deals or something like that. I don't know. Regardless, in October, it's not exactly coming out, but there's an open beta for PC, which is, and the important piece of information here is that it's Steam and not just a Windows Store. That would suck. So it's gonna be on Steam. I guess a lot of people have been waiting for this, actually, because up till now, it's only been on PS4 and Xbone. So now I'm kind of wondering if you will have to buy like an Ultimate Edition with the Combat Pack 1 and Combat Pack 2 characters, or if it's going to be included in the base version. I don't think this says anything about that. Ported by QLOC. I have no idea who these people are. You know, we don't have that many news. Let's check. Oh, I probably shouldn't do it here, right? Is there anything you should not be seeing here? Ah, it's cool. Okay. Whew, that was close. You know, Google search on stream is a bad idea. Terrible idea. QLOC port developer? DLC company, Giant Bomb. QLC split off from the localization company Senega in 2009, so that's Slavic company, because Senega has been localizing stuff to like Czech and Polish and all that stuff, and oh yeah, it's a Polish company. Interesting. They ported Devil May Cry, Resident Evil 6, Street Fighter X, Tekken, Mafia 2, Cannon Lynch 2. Oh, okay. I guess these guys know probably what they're doing. So the port might be good. I guess the bigger question is, how's the netcode going to fare? They did fix the netcode of Mortal Kombat 10 on the PC later than they did for the console version, but wait a second. They actually didn't fix the PC version. I remember now. Oh no, wait. Okay, so I'm remembering now. Originally, the MK10 netcode was terrible. It was unplayable on both the console and the PC. Eventually, they fixed the netcode for the console, and then they were like, PC? Never heard about that shit. What is that? Forget it. And later on, they did fix even the PC version. So hopefully, Injustice 2 PC port will have good netcode just like MK10 eventually. Okay, yeah. Definitely there have been some people waiting for this announcement. Also, it's not portable. Good evening to you. Okay, so another fighting game news. So Dragon Ball FighterZ, DBFZ, DBZF is supposed to announce 2 new characters next week. So we don't know, we have no idea what it could be. So we can take our guesses. But I'm not gonna guess. I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna hope for one or two of 4 characters. The 4 characters I really want to see in the base roster are Pigtail Videl, Chi-Chi, Broly, and Master Roshi. These 4 people I really want in the base roster of the game. If they're gonna be in the DLC, fine, that's cool. If they're not gonna be in the game at all, I'll be sad. I'll be a bit sad, probably. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how's that gonna pan out. It's supposed to be revealed on the next show of IGN's Next Big Game with Max Scoville. Max Scoville, I know this guy. I followed this guy when he was doing podcasts with Jim Sterling on Destructoid. He's a really funny guy, and he looks a lot like Kyle MacLachlan when he was young. You know, the guy who plays the main character in Twin Peaks. He looks a lot like him, I think. I think he also sounds a lot like him, so that's kinda interesting. But yeah, I guess we'll see on the 30th, which is, what? Tuesday? Monday, Tuesday. Well, I guess next week's Lewd Picks will cover the 2 new characters for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Also, the announcement for the release date of the Western version was announced, and I'm surprised that it's coming out earlier in the West than in Japan. That is very unusual. There's been a big controversy regarding the FighterZ Pass, because like a season pass for 8 additional characters, some other shit. Also, apparently the collector's edition does not include the FighterZ Pass, which is like, how much is it? $140. It has a statue with Goku, but it doesn't have the season pass. So, yeah, I guess pick your poison. I personally have no qualms with DLC necessarily, especially if it's for extra characters in a fighting game. Now you could argue that the characters are not really like extra because they could have potentially like cut them off from the game and then pass them off later, piecemeal. I think that's how a lot of people feel when they talk shit about season passes and stuff. I have never bought a season pass in my life. I always buy DLC as they come out to see if I'm even interested in them. Because I 100% will not be interested in all 8 characters from the DLC. So I'll only just get the ones that I'm interested in. Just like with Street Fighter, just like with Tekken, just like with any other fighting game that I would buy. Also, the only like DLCs that I have bought so far, they've been like Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3 DLCs, the Neo DLCs. That's pretty much it. When I buy something, I know exactly that I want it and the price is right. I would never buy something that I don't see the value of, you know? So I think that's just what everybody needs to do. Just calm down, and just buy the things you care about. You don't have to have everything. You don't. You do not need to have everything. Absolutely not. But if you do have to have everything, then obviously you will pay any price because the money is not an object for you when it comes to video game and digital goods. So I don't see a problem with this, necessarily. Okay, I'm just checking chat over here, real quick. Hello, everybody. Okay. I'm just mostly checking if you guys got any questions regarding the topics, because, yeah. We might be able to talk about some extra stuff after I'm done here, because there's not that many news this week, so it should be okay. Okay, now, this is what I really wanted to talk about, so, one of the things. God Wars Future Past. This is a completely and utterly overlooked game of this year. It released on the Vita and PS4. It's like a strategy RPG or simulation RPG, depending on who you ask. Basically like a Final Fantasy Tactics style of game. And it's based on the Kojiki, if I remember right, which is like well, it's kinda like the Old Testament of Japan. Basically the creation myth and all the gods and all sorts of folklore stories. And this game is based on that. And this game is releasing a DLC which I think is free also. I remember seeing that somewhere. Regardless, it's a huge post-game DLC with like an extra dungeon, raising the level cap, and it just puts so much new stuff in it. It's crazy. It's crazy. This game did come out in the West this year, so I'm hoping that this update will also come out in the West. There has been no dates released for now for the West, but it's coming out in Japan for winter. So we'll see how that goes. The main character is Princess Kaguya, which you may or may not know the name of from the myths. This is not her. This is a new character, I think. Who is this? Iwanaga? I don't know who that is. Yeah, basically this is what the game looks like. It's a super, like from visual standpoint, it's a super basic looking game, right? It's probably didn't have a huge budget. But that's not why you play SRPGs. You play SRPGs for crazy systems and mechanics. And sometimes beautiful art. Yeah. Also sometimes humor if you play like this guy or something like that. I guess this is the darkest dungeon type of thing. I don't know why they say darkest, I meant dark dungeon from Tactics. Anyway, this game is super overlooked. I highly recommend checking that out if you are into SRPGs and you did not know about this, and if you have a PS4 and Vita. I didn't play myself yet because there's been so many other games to play, but I will definitely make it a point to go back to this and get it. Especially if this new dungeon's coming out. He's fucking sick. Alright, so last week we talked about the End of the World RPG that we didn't know any details of, apart from seeing like a red deserts and that kind of thing, and an edgy protagonist with 2 swords. Now we know that it's supposed to be like a Metal Max successor. Metal Max RPG series has been on the PS2 and I think PS1 as well. I don't really read through this because, as I keep saying, I actually don't really want to know much about the games that I want to play, so I'm just skimming through this. It definitely looks like a Mad Max type of thing when you look at the world and the vehicular combat. This really makes me think like it's going to look totally garbage when it comes to like 3D graphics and technical proficiency. But like I always say, you don't play necessarily JRPGs for insane graphics, unless you're playing like Final Fantasy or something. You play for the mechanics. At least I do anyway. And for the music also. Yeah, this is the main character, so the character designer is supposed to be Odanon, and if you know anything about Odanon, you know what to expect from the lady characters. Let's take a look at the lady. Like, the 3D model looks okay of this guy. It's just something wrong with his face. I guess his forehead is too large or something, I don't know. It's kinda weird. Yeah, here's the girl. You can guess what to expect from Odanon, I guess maybe. Now, the interesting thing about the news that I read about this was that apparently the main characters, Tony and Taisu, they're supposed to be like... So this was like a bullet point, which is like supposed to get you to buy the game. The developers talked about, or the producers talked about, how these two people are virgins at the end of the world. And I was like, is that supposed to be like a selling point? Because that doesn't sound great at all. I mean, it could be interesting from dialogue standpoint and narrative, but this is Japanese video game stories we're talking about, so I don't expect that to be anything too quality. Now, also, I wanna say, pretty much every JRPG protagonist is a fucking virgin. If you listen to them for 1 second, you know exactly they never even seen a nipple in their life. Unless, of course, you're talking about some weird exceptions. Which there are some, but it's definitely not the usual thing. There's an elephant tank? Damn. I did not notice that. Okay, let's check the trailer. Let's put it back in there. Also, I don't think I can play trailers on full screen because I get a copyright, whatchamacallit, not strike, but copyright like something, copyright dispute, bullshit. Last week I got caught by Namco Bandai with the City Shrouded in Shadow, which made me kind of sad because that game looks so freaking amazing. I guess we'll see. Is it okay if you think it's funny? Yeah, I think it... Well, that's the thing. When they say that the selling point is that these two characters are virgins at the end of the world, I don't think it's going to be like dramatic. I think it's supposed to be like funny. And, you know, Japanese humor when it comes to virgins is... I mean, if you've seen any anime, you know exactly what to expect. So I don't... That's the thing. If you want me to like your game or movie or book, show me something new. Surprise me with something. That is exactly why I like Evil Within so much, 1 and 2. It keeps surprising me in really cool and positive ways. So if you're just gonna have like stock characters saying stock things that I've seen so many other times before, I'm not gonna be impressed, and I'm probably not gonna laugh either. You know? But, from the gameplay standpoint, this could be interesting because I'm a sucker for post-apocalyptic setting. I don't really necessarily like vehicular combat, but this is turn-based thing, so I don't know, could be cool. And we got robots, robot dinosaurs. Okay, say no more, I'm sold. I'll definitely pay attention to this. I guess now is the question if it's actually even going to come out in the West. And here's the seductive face. Okay, so they know how to get me. If you put on a girl brown hair and green eyes, my defenses are low. My AT field is down. It's not fair, man. It's not fair. You can't do that. Okay, I think I talked about this last week too. So the release date for Dynasty Warriors 9 or Sangoku Musou 8 is February 8th for Japan. So my guess... Well, did I guess that it's gonna come out in February? I think I did something like that, like January, February I was thinking. So the Western release date, I don't actually know really how much of a wait is there usually between Japanese and Western releases for the Musou games. But I think it's going to be like at least 3 months, I would guess. So I think we can safely expect Dynasty Warriors 9 for the West in like May. Yeah, not later than May probably. If they move it all the way to summer, like June, that would kind of suck. That's a long wait. I expect April or May. Maybe not on April, but May. Anyway, they also released some information about the bonus, like bigger editions, and this caught my eye because it's Ikkito box. Now, if you're a anime connoisseur, you know Ikkito-sen. And yeah, basically all it is that There's like an let's open this. There's like a art book with all the characters, and that's what seems to be interesting to me. I hope somebody, some kind soul, uploads and scans the pictures, because I definitely want high resolution artwork of Sesai. That would be awesome. Here it is. This looks great. So I would like to see something like that. It's 30,000 yen, which is like, what is that? I think you're supposed to divide by 10 for dollars or 100. I'm not sure. We divide by 5 for Czech koruna, JPY to USD. So that's 300 bucks. Yeah. Well, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a box of a video game and some tat on top. But yeah, Japanese people really like these big boxes. Like, the most money that anime makes is from Blu-ray releases and all these like collector's editions and all that kind of thing. So yeah. Okay, I think you guys talk a lot, so I'm gonna check all of it after I'm done with the news, and we're gonna talk if you guys are not in a hurry to get out of here or anything like that. Okay, we got some new pictures as well, some new renders with the casual wear. Okay, this is pretty cool. They still haven't shown Sesai's casual wear. I would like to see that. Or actually, this is, I guess, formal attire rather than casual. I like this green, dude. Shoe for life, man. Shoe for life. Okay, so another thing that we talked about last week. So there's this Princess Maker thing with the roguelike element, or mystery dungeon element from NIS, Nippon Ichi Software. And we got some more information regarding the characters and whatnot. So I guess we can check out the bigger artwork of these characters we're gonna be raising, praising, and scolding, depending on how you feel, I suppose. And yeah, I already know who's my favorite character. It's, okay, I didn't say the names, so it's Liliati. I guess it's gonna be Ridiachi in Japanese. And there's Veronica. Is Viranen here? Probably not, huh? She's a little too smug for me, but she has the eye patch, so it's pretty good, man. I can't hate that. I cannot hate that. Now, Mon Maria, this is the best girl, hands down, easily, not even a question. This is the best girl. She has the most powerful ZR. She's a little bit tan, and she looks stern as fuck. She's obviously the best girl. And then there's this demon girl, Alpana, dragon people, princess of the dragon people. She looks like she's going to be coy and shy, and I don't like that. Philanthropist, coexistence of all races. Get that shit out of here, man. No way. Here we can see some more of the Persona 5 UI. I mean, the your not 4 Night Princesses UI. I mean, look at this shit. This is so similar. It's so shameless. It's so, especially this one. Okay, let me look this up. I didn't prepare it, but let me look this up. Because this looks like 1-to-1 with Morgana's cut-in, I think, or status screen. It looks so fucking same. Can't even believe that. I guess maybe it was somebody else, I don't know. I mean, it's like the same angle. I guess it was a different character, but it's like the same angle, and I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's a little too obvious, I suppose. It's coming for PS4, Vita, and Switch in Japan in January. So it's kind of soon. Like, well, not really. I guess it's a few months, huh? I already feel like it's December or something. Also, they released this cool art of like a the, I guess, incidental characters that are going to be helping you out, and the main 4 characters. This reminds me a lot of Tactics Ogre artwork, though it's way less cool because it's full-on anime, so obviously it's just gonna be less cool. However, let me point out the Gatling gun of the best girl. Yeah, I think she's the best girl. She doesn't have the halberd. I guess that's also good, but you know, I mean, it's a Gatling gun with a bayonet. You can't fight this. This is the Tactics Ogre art I was talking about. Various jobs and classes in the circle. This is much more cooler, right? This is way more awesome. Sheesh. Anyway. Now, next thing here is that Final Fantasy II Zodiac Age Remaster reached 1 million sales. That's both physical and digital sales. Personally, I kind of feel like it's kind of weak. I think that's a bit weak. I would have expected more, hoped anyway. I would have hoped for more than that, considering this is like one of those Final Fantasies that has. I think this has 40 like full rating on Famitsu. It had 40 out of 40, and generally this game is just. I guess maybe this game is divisive. I suppose I did hear some. Over the years, I've heard a lot of opinions on this game, but mostly I thought they were positive. Anyway, maybe people just don't care about the PS4 remaster. Maybe they're waiting for the PC in the West. It's possible. That reminds me, I'm kind of surprised they still haven't announced the PC version, because I'm 100% sure it will come at some point. I would have hoped for more than that, but 1 million is definitely not bad. Now, the question is, however, how much money did Square dump into it, into the porting process? And how many sales did they expect? Because they always expect too much. They always expect too many. So this is a new art that was released by Isamu Kamikokuryo, and I want to say Penelon's pose here is questionable, but I'm not complaining. Okay, I'm not complaining. Also, I would like to see this art without the characters, because my favorite part of this art is probably the background. This is Buyerba, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's the Sky Continent. This is pretty awesome. Yeah, this looks beautiful. Beautiful high resolution shit. Let me link it in chat if you wanna look at the beautiful high resolution stuff in the full quality. And yeah, that's it. Now, this is an interesting game, Deathmark, for PS4 and Switch. There's like some new DLC chapters being announced, or there's the port and the DLC chapter will release for the Vita. Regardless, this is a kind of weird game because it hasn't come out in the West yet, but considering its experience, and these guys are known for their DRPGs like Demon Gaze, Stranger of the Sword City, and Regigant, and a few others that did release in the West for the Vita. I would expect or hope that this would make also the jump to the West, but it's very, I guess maybe it's unlikely because it's deeply steeped in Japanese horror and Japanese mythology. So this is supposed to be sort of a mix between like a visual novel, investigating, adventure, and some DRPG elements. This looks really fucked up. This is like a Japanese artwork of The Last of Us, I feel like. It looks so interesting to me. I'm not usually into like visual novels at all because I need some gameplay. But if you have artwork like this, and mysteries and urban legends in modern day Japan, I'm in. Also, I'm in more ways than one. So some of you guys may remember me having like longer hair, wearing glasses, and having some chin whiskers. So there's this character in the game. Let me find the screenshot. Also, yeah, it's a Japanese game. It's experience. There's gonna be some fan service, some unsettling fan service, I suppose. I'm looking for the character. It's supposed to be in one of the main protagonists. There it is. Observe the lower left corner. If I didn't cut my hair, if I styled my beard a little bit more and wore the glasses, I could totally cosplay this dude. No problem, dude. No fucking problem at all. I don't know what this guy's name is though. I will have to look that up. So here we got some commands. So this is probably like the combat system or something. It looks pretty weird. I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, I definitely would like to see this game released in English. Either like a Asian English release or just straight up localized thing. Like digital only, I'm okay with that. I'm not really one of those who's like, no physical, no buy! I'm just glad it comes in the first place and possibly uncensored. That'd be cool. I really hate censored games, man. What's the goddamn point? It's fiction, don't fucking censor it, man. Right, so here we see the JRPG tile-based thing. This is the first-person perspective. I want to see this. I want to see this in English. This looks sweet, and I love. Look at this fucking box art. You know exactly what's gonna happen in this game. It's gonna be spooky. It's gonna be urban. It's gonna be contrasting. It's gonna be weird as fuck. This is beautiful. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Japanese box arts almost always being better than the Western box art. It's crazy how much of a difference there can be sometimes. It's insane. And this looks beautiful. This is so sick. I can't stop looking at this. Shein is the name, Deathmark. Well, I guess since it's coming to PS4, Switch and Vita, maybe because it's on PS4 and Switch, it would be more interesting for some publisher to localize. Guess we'll see. Experience games are always published by somebody else, so that's always somebody who's like interested in publishing a certain game by them. Hopefully somebody pick this up. Oh, no, this is juicy news. This is juicy. Metal Gear Survive. Metal Gear Survive. It's 6? No, it's not 6. It's a spin-off. I'm kind of surprised this game did not get cancelled, because it was announced a few years back. It's been a while, and they didn't really say much this whole time about the game. Didn't show much footage either. And from what they have shown, nobody has been impressed. At least as far as fans of MGS go. I am 100% sure this game will not bomb. I'm 100% sure this game will sell well because it has the name Metal Gear on it. And casuals don't give a fuck about David Hayter or Kiefer or Snake or whatever. They don't give a shit. They want a Battle Royale game with crafting and base building in the Fox engine. And now, if you think of it like this, that sounds pretty fucking good. I can't lie about this. That sounds really cool. What doesn't sound cool is that it's called Metal Gear, and it's actually like self-inserting into the canon of the real game. You enter the world of Metal Gear Survive via a warp hole or wormhole or whatever the hole it is during the raid on the outer heaven from Peace Walker, and it's like, why the fuck didn't you just make a new game, dude? Because they want to sell copies. If it's gonna say Metal Gear, it's gonna sell better than if it was called Battle Royale Fox Engine. Though, I don't know. Fox Royale? Fox Battle Royale? I don't think that's a terrible name. It could work, you could make it work, I think. Oh man, these textures don't even look like they're loaded in. What the hell is this? Man, maybe it's the PS3 version. If there is. Is there a PS3? Wait. Let's check. Is there a PS3 version? Damn. Am I even gonna be able to get back to this? Does Gear survive? Damn. I guess not. Can we double back all the way to this? No. Oh. There it is. So, PS4, Xbone, and PC. Maybe it was the Xbone version. I don't know. Either way. I actually don't think this game is going to be terrible. I don't think that's even possible. This game, because it's, and I don't say that because I have faith in Konami or anything like that. It's because it's Fox engine. That engine is so good. Like, if you have played Metal Gear, Ground Zeroes, or Phantom Pain, you may have problems with certain aspects of the storytelling and the tapes and the Volbachia and whatever. But playing the game is really fun. And it's satisfying. And it runs really well on any system. So, and this looks exactly like fucking Stalker. So, I 100% think this game is going to be okay. It's just that I'm tired of zombies, I think. Or at least, let's say generic zombies, rather. Also, I really hated when I was watching The Walking Dead. I hated the whole fucking segment in the prison where they were stabbing the zombies through the fence. And that's exactly what you're gonna be doing in this game. And I don't wanna do that because it reminds me of the stupid fucking Walking Dead show and the part that I hate the most. So I don't fucking know. I guess we'll just see how if people pick it up, and I'm actually kind of interested if this is gonna pan out well. Like, I really don't wanna just hate on Konami because it's Konami and they decided to leave the game industry. Like, if they decided to leave the game industry, let them leave. Like, they already gave us a lot of good stuff. And if they just wanna leave, okay, go and play with your pachinko, it's okay. It's okay, just, you know, we got all the Castlevanias, we got all the Silent Hills. They will never leave us. They'll be always here for us. It's kind of a shame that there's not gonna be any new stuff from those things, but whatever, man. There's other stuff. There's fucking Koji Igarashi with his Kickstarter of Bloodstained. There's fucking oh yeah, I guess, oh yeah, PT got cancelled. Well, whatever. With survival horrors, it's kind of it's in dire straits. For some reason, there's still everybody thinks that survival horror doesn't sell at all. We got Evil Within, but the survival horror that I'm talking about is more like Silent Hill, you know. The Silent Hill horror game is definitely missing from current, like, today's gaming market, I think. That is a niche that is not filled. At least not enough. Well, yeah, I'm curious as to what this is gonna be like, but I really don't think it's gonna be terrible. I don't think it's probably not gonna be a great Metal Gear Solid game. No, it's a spin-off. That's the thing to remember. It's a spin-off. It's like expecting Final Fantasy Tactics to be like Final Fantasy 4 or 6 or whatever. It's a spin-off. It's a different thing. So I would like people to remember that before they post like some insane wall of text of hate on Konami or whatever. I guess we'll see. I just want to keep an open mind, you know. That's all I'm saying. Now, this bit of news is a bit of a it's a bit of a sadness for me because I do not want a Switch. I do not play Nintendo games. But Shin Megami Tensei 5 has been announced for Switch, and yeah. What I really didn't like about this announcement actually wasn't the platform, because, you know, whatever, it's on Switch. Just maybe I'll just borrow it from someone, or maybe I'll just cave in and get it at some point. I don't know. But this is kind of pissing me off right here. The only two characters that are colored in this crowd are high schoolers. Again, I am so fucking tired of high school protagonists, man. Especially in a dark game or dark worlds like Shin Megami Tensei. I want adult characters. Even fucking Demi-Fiend in SMT3 was a freaking high schooler. Now, fortunately, it didn't really, like, it wasn't a high school setting, fortunately. But what's wrong? Why can't we get an adult protagonist? Like, my favorite part of Final Fantasy 15 was definitely the very final segment of the game, because of reasons. And I guess the main characters are going to die at the start of the game. That's cool. I mean, that's fine. And the start of the game of SMT3 was the end of the world, so I guess that's not so unusual. At the very least, I'm glad that there is an SMT5. Okay, don't get me wrong. I like SMT franchise. I would just hope for a different platform, I guess. Yeah, guess we'll see. There's some more information on the like setting and whatnot. Some producer talk from what was it, Dengeki? No, Famitsu. There's an interview with the producer, I guess. Yeah. I still haven't played SMT4 because it's on the 3DS and I only have the Vita, and the 3DS hurts my eyes because of the resolution and stuff, but I'm still interested in playing those games. It's just, man, why do we still have to have 8 million platforms for everything? One day, PC will be able to emulate everything, and everybody will be happy. Well, I guess not everybody. There's always going to be someone hating something, anything. Hating anything is the key word there. And yeah, I guess that's it for this week's news. Yeah, that's it for this week's news. So don't forget, thank you guys for watching, and this has been the Lewd Picks for October 28th, and I'll get you guys next week. We'll get some new Dragon Ball FighterZ characters, and possibly some other stuff. Should be cool. I'm out of here for now. Catch you later.